Let's talk about McGregor Poirier.
Y'all got to see it.
We saw the fight. We
did not.
were watching it at your wedding. No disrespect.
All good.
The wedding had technically finished by the time
Yeah,
the fight
yeah.
came on.
Yeah, it was cool how you guys did that, actually.
Yeah, it was very.
I actually thought about that.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
We really appreciate that. Okay, so let's talk about this because this is really interesting. What's going on with Conor McGregor? Post fight, I am seeing him behave with a desperation that I've never seen
It's
him
sad,
behave
dude.
with.
Yeah.
It's sad.
It is really interesting. He's super concerned with narrative.
Yeah.
There's an insecurity that I haven't seen in him before. For all of you guys, watching, listening right now, obviously you know what happened. He snapped his tibia, right? So he didn't he basically broke his leg clean, tibia and fibia, I guess, both bones that are in your right above your ankle. So he snapped those clean, and then the fight got stopped. Doctor stoppage, but it was really important to him during the fight. Hey, this isn't a TKO loss. Dustin didn't beat me. It's a doctor stoppage. It feels as if he knows his prime is slipping away. His time as the elite MMA fighter that we knew him at is slipping away, and he is trying to hold on to it with fucking everything, dude. It's really interesting what's going on, man. I've never seen this.
Do you think it's not just his? I think his prime has slipped away. It's done after this. To me,
Yeah.
as a very, very casual fan, do you think he's like, oh, my legacy is tarnished at this point?
I think his deal with Proper 12
Yeah.
had stipulations
Oh boy.
that he might not be able to meet.
Oh boy.
I have no proof to back this up. But if you get $100 million or whatever the fuck it is for Proper 12, but it's put in there, you got to fight this many more times, and you either have to win the UFC championship or fight Manny Pacquiao, or because he's like, we're coming back, we're fighting again. I still want to do it. Why do you want to do it? You got fake teeth.
I felt that.
You got fucking Botox. Like you fix
Yeah.
your like. What are you doing here? What purpose do you have
As
to
soon
fight?
as you sent the thing that he'd had Botox, and I looked at his face, I was like, he gonna lose. It's done.
Yeah.
There's
no
nothing
way
wrong
you
with
win.
Botox. Right, Al? Nothing wrong.
Absolutely.
We all gonna be there. But you know what I mean? Like he's obviously caring about the way he looks. He's being
And
what?
breaking your leg fucking sucks, dude.
Have you broken your leg before?
Nah, like I broke my arm, but like the idea of like breaking your fucking leg, like not being able to walk.
6 weeks in a
Like,
crutch.
for
yeah.
what, dude? Like, you know what I mean? Like he knows that like he doesn't want this.
You got $100 million. You have your family. You have all these different things. He's still cursing him out, saying his wife is in his DMs as he's leaving. Like, you got absolutely bullied. Like, we'll talk about the beginning of the fight where Conor was outboxing him easily, but then Dustin landed 2 big shots on Conor.
Yeah.
It caused Conor to kind of grab him. And then once they were grabbed, I mean, Dustin's just a far superior wrestler, jiu-jitsu, ground and pound. And then Dustin just bullied him on the ground. I mean, Conor was just there doing absolutely nothing.
Right.
Yeah.
On the feet, Conor was outboxing him.
Yeah.
And he looked really good. He was laying some big kicks.
Do you think he broke his leg on the check?
I don't think people are saying he Dustin checked it with his elbow, but then I saw another angle. It doesn't look like it hit him. What I was speaking to a buddy of mine who works in the NBA, and he said that the trainer and his team said those breaks often happen because of overtraining. So the bone is already depleted due to the overtraining. And I know that Conor likes to ride the bike, but every time I see him doing cardio, he's on a bike. And that always makes me curious because biking is not a great form of cardio in terms of time efficiency. You want to get your cardio up on a bike, you're biking for hours, dude.
Okay.
Whereas if you want to run for an hour,
Yeah.
I mean, you're doing miles.
Right.
You're running for an hour. But bike, you really got to be on that fucking thing for a while in order for it to really tap into your cardio.
Right.
Unless you're maybe going uphill or something. It's just not an efficient source. But I wonder if his legs were hurt.
That's
And the
sad.
running-
To know it's because you trained too hard and not even because you got beat, because you just like wanted it too badly, that's sad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ronda Rousey said that when Conor was on the ground after the fight, and almost marketing his next bout, like he'll be back, like no other fighter would ever think about like promoting the
Why
next
is
fight.
he
But
so desperate to do it? There has to be something. Like, he's immediately going, yes, and then he's also saying, oh, we're definitely going to have a fight with Nate Diaz. We're going to have a trilogy fight with that. Like, what is going on
Yeah.
that you are holding on to your place in the sport even after you have $100 million in the bank?
Is he maniacal? Like, is it just a sociopathic like urge to beat
I-
people up? And
I hope
be
it's
great?
that. I don't think so, but I
don't think so.
hope it's that. What do you think?
I had this theory before. I think it's the proper 12. I know he sold all his stake in it, but I still think, like you said, there's some type of clause where he needs to win. He needs to keep winning.
You know how like sometimes you could sell a company? Like I think Dana White has sold his portion of the UFC.
Yeah.
But I think as part of that deal in selling your company, you have to stay on for a certain term and manage it.
Vest these shares.
So in other words, your shares vest over 4 years or something. And this is the people who sell or bought the company's way of maintaining the skill level.
Yeah.
Or not the skill level, but the operation
This guy knows
level.
how things. He got it to this point. I want him to stay there, get it to a bigger point, and then he's free and he gets his money.
Yeah.
I wonder if those things are built into his contract. There has to be something, dude.
It's
Why
quite
is
possible.
he so fucking desperate?
I thought it was.
He's sorry to interrupt, but he's on his story. I never see him on his story.
Right.
He's on his story in his hospital bed right after the break.
Right.
Hey, surgery went amazing. We're back. That's an illegitimate win from Dustin. He's really trying to create narrative. He's posting stuff on his story about like the shots and how they didn't land from Dustin. There was no ground and pound.
Yeah.
Something's up.
Two things. One, I might have messed up the Nate Diaz thing. I reread the article, even though it was posted like 12 hours ago or whatever on TMZ. It might have been before the fight. They were saying there will be a trilogy fight, which would make sense with your proper 12 thing also.
Right.
I, though, think it is a lot of it is he's going to lose relevance. Once he isn't fighting anymore, how does he stay relevant? And the thing about a guy that's that good at getting attention is that's a pretty intoxicating feeling. You are that good at getting attention. You're going to get a lot of attention. Once you get it, you don't know what to do when it goes away.
That's true.
He loves attention, and he's good at getting it.
Fuck is he
And
good.
it's really addictive. So once you are not good at the thing that got you the attention in the first place, that probably fucks with you. Your theory makes a ton of sense, too. My initial read was, nah, I think he is losing relevance, and it's pathetic to watch him grabbing for
Yeah,
him.
maybe. I think that's completely plausible.
2 questions. Can you explain that the judges' scorecard for round 1 came in at like 10-9, 10-8, 10-8? Agreed, disagree?
10-8 is for Dustin.
For Dustin, yeah.
Yeah. So Dustin was so dominant in the round that they took 2 points away.
Yeah.
And I don't think that that's unreasonable. I think he was very dominant. Now, I wouldn't have given it 10-8 because I thought Conor dominated on the feet. Like, while they were standing, Conor was dominant. I mean, Dustin landed the shot that kind of like staggered Conor, but I mean, Conor was kicking his legs off. I mean, he was really outboxing him and out-kicking him. But once he had him on the ground, Conor is just useless on the ground. Like,
Okay.
it's
Now, second,
yeah.
he's going to fight Dustin for sure again. Dustin just destroys him. Do you think this opens it up for a potential Conor-Jake Paul fight? After is that what this leads to in the UFC world? Or
This
whoever
might
the
have
other
also been before
bad
the
boy
fight,
is?
but I read an article, again, from TMZ saying the manager saying there's no way he fights Jake Paul. Now, again, that might have been before the fight, and if you lose this badly and get, not this badly, but if you get kind of embarrassed like that, like your leg just broke mid-fight, and you're grabbing for anything and relevance and all that, Jake Paul's, that's an easy source. It would be so fucking entertaining.
It would be entertaining. It's a real bummer because I wanted Conor to win, not necessarily because I like him so much personally. Everything is better when Conor's winning.
Yeah.
Everything is better in sports, entertainment.
Yeah.
Everything's better. Like when you have a charismatic fighter
Yes.
that is on top of the world,
Yes.
ask him any question. What do we do about Israel-Palestine? Just let him go. Like, let it. I want Conor at peak confidence in every setting, and then doing interviews, going on different podcasts, like talking about other fights. Like when Conor can't talk about the next Kamaru Usman fight.
Yeah.
Because he just got his fucking ankle broke.
Yeah.
So he's got to sit down and shut the fuck up. Even if he does talk, it's like,
Sit down and shut the fuck up.
sit down, shut the fuck up. If he knocked Poirier out in brutal fashion, right?
Yo.
He's talking so much shit about everybody on the roster.
And you got to listen. Guy just knock somebody out. He got the right to talk. You get to talk if you beat somebody's ass, knock somebody out. You get to run your mouth.
When are we going to say that Dustin's one of the best UFC fighters?
Son, we have to. I mean, like, all credit to Dustin. He is a fucking bully. And, frankly, he's got Conor's left hand timed.
Really?
Like, yeah, he caught him a couple times again. Like, Conor takes he's not slow in throwing it, but it comes from far back. and you don't have to worry about his right hand at all. Like he doesn't have a strong jab or a good hook. So you just got to worry about one hand. And Dustin's a really good boxer, like really good. And he timed out that fucking left hand of Conor's, and man, it's a bummer though.
Yeah,
it's a fucking bummer.
But like his last loss in the last 5 years was Khabib.
Yeah, and dominating wins over other people, man.
Yeah. So to me, I'm like, I mean, he should be in the convo.
Yeah, I mean, I think once he gets the belt, he'll fight Charles Oliveira, and then if he beats Charles, like, which is not easy, but if he beats him, I think that he's definitely in the combo.
You know what? What you said something about Conor. You know what reminded me of at his peak? This was his influence. I don't remember the last white athlete that black athletes were doing their shit. Like I remember, I think Des Bryant caught a touchdown pass, and then on the sidelines, he's doing the Conor McGregor wall. Everybody was doing that shit. Like, it's a fucking Irish guy, like the whitest white guy, and he's influencing black culture. I don't remember the last time that happened, especially not in sports. That's the power of a great fighter.
He is the greatest fight promoter I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I mean, better than I wasn't around for Ali, so I don't know what those times were like, and I'm sure they were unbelievable. But
he's better than Floyd.
Way better than Floyd. And
It was
Floyd
actually-
was amazing.
And Floyd is amazing. And when they fought, Conor was the one carrying
Carried it. Dude, what he did, he didn't even promote this fight until like 3 days before. And once he started, everything was a quote.
Yeah.
Every fucking thing he said. you
Say
could
some
put
of the
on
stuff.
Instagram.
I was completely in wedding
Right.
planning.
The best one is
God.
I break people's faces and bounce.
Yeah, dude, it was unbelievable. He goes, I don't something. Somebody asked him what he does. He goes, I don't do that. I break people. I'm not a celebrity. I don't care about fame. He goes, I'm not a celebrity. I don't care about celebrity. I break people's faces and bounce. Like, oh my God.
He'll be carried on a stretcher. He's a corpse.
He's a corpse. I'm
amazing.
going to kill him. I'm going to end his life. That man will pay with his life.
Yeah.
Dude. Oh my God. It's unbelievable. Like just making shit up. I've only got one loss in the ring. I only count losses from knockouts.
Whoever shoots first is a pussy.
He's a pussy.
Yeah.
You know, taps, they don't count. He immediately puts Dustin in a guillotine the second he gets
That's
it.
where I'm like, why doesn't every fighter just watch that and go? Like, is that
They just don't got it, bro.
Yeah, you gotta have it.
Don't got it.
you
He's
got
on
like?
another level.
Not
If
everybody
Dustin
has
was
it.
just talking wild shit, it wouldn't be fun. It
A
wouldn't make him
large
10% better.
percentage of charisma is something you have or you don't.
Yeah.
And then there's things you can do to, it's like athleticism. It's like any trait. Charisma is something a lot of people are just born with and a lot of people are just not.
Right.
Charisma is a suit, man. You know, some people just look amazing in a suit, and other people look like they're going to court.
Right.
You know, like Conor looks great in his suit, bro.
Yeah, dog. He really does.
Everything fits.
Yeah.
And that guy can sell a fight. And you know, Dana and the UFC, they're upset not because they don't want to see Dustin win. I'm sure they like Dustin. I'm sure they think he's really skilled. It's just so much easier to sell Conor.
Yeah.
Like Conor versus Charles Oliveira, they literally just go, okay, Conor will do all the work. Should we make advertisements or no?
No.
Yeah.
Like,
No billboards. We don't need
Nothing.
Yeah.